Welcome, everybody, back to another issue of WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan men's basketball. My name is Charlie Brigham. Alongside me is Ryan Buchmann, and we are going to be bringing you this matchup here between the Michigan Wolverines and the Ball State Cardinals. Give you starting lineups quick for each team, starting with Ball State. Starting for Ball State, number 1, KJ Walton. Number 2, Luke Bumbelow. Number 5, Ishmael El-Amin. Number 13, Connie Acree. And number 44, Blake Huggins. For your Michigan Wolverines, starting at the point guard spot is going to be the grad transfer, number 12, Mike Smith. Also starting at guard, the sophomore, number 21, Franz Wagner. Also starting for your Michigan Wolverines, number 55, Eli Brooks, the senior. At the 4 spot, number 2, you know him, you love him, Isaiah Livers. And rounding out the starting 5 for your Michigan Wolverines is going to be the senior, number 51, Austin Davis. Ryan, what are you looking forward to so far at the start of this game?
Well, I hope that Michigan's able to get out to a pretty fast start. That's what I'm thinking is what they need, especially with the past first 2 games, because they have been a little bit sloppy with the basketball, just a little bit. Especially last game against Oakland. I think right now it's going to be how fast can they get off to a start, and if they can contain Ball State. But yeah, that's what I'm mostly looking forward to, is just seeing, a little bit some clean basketball today.
Yeah, absolutely. Currently sitting at first place technically in the Big Ten with a comfortable record of 2-0 and 2 early season solid wins over Oakland and Bowling Green. This Wolverines team is showing serious signs that they could be a contender in the conference, not just the conference, but the country.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think right now they have a lot of good shooters around right now with, of course, like Mike Smith. Sean D. Brown have done a really good job for Michigan. And on the opposite side of the ball for Ball State, we got KJ Walton, who has 28 points per game right now and is definitely leading the way for the Ball State Cardinals. Yeah, speaking of leading way, the senior Isaiah Livers is easily leading the charge for this Michigan Wolverines team, averaging just under 20 points per game, a team high 19 and a half, and is absolutely lighting it up from beyond the arc this year, shooting 53% from downtown. Yeah, he's definitely improving with every game. It seems like he's definitely getting a lot of reps in, I think, for what he's basically performing for an NBA-type debut, hopefully next year. So he's definitely getting there as of right now. One surprise on the stat sheet, after losing John Teskey after his graduation last year, we lost that huge 7'2" frame around the rim, snatching up all those rebounds. There was the question coming into the season, who was going to be that leading rebounder for the Wolverines? And a surprising upcomer, Franz Wagner. We saw all the tweets and things over the offseason about how he grew, how he's like 6'9", 6'10" now. He's currently leading the team at just under 10 rebounds a game with 9.5 through 2 games. Yeah, he's very athletic, and he's definitely put on some definite muscle on this past offseason. It's definitely made him a force on the inside, and he's definitely aware when the ball's put up, he's able to get under the basket, nail the box out, and get a lot of rebounds for Michigan on a lot of. And that's a big factor this early in the year, since they've taken a lot of long shots, so the long rebound is definitely important to capture to get a new shot clock. Yeah, absolutely. A couple more real key pieces to this Michigan Wolverines team. We mentioned the returners, Livers and Wagner, but Hunter Dickinson, the 7'2" freshman out of Hyattsville, Maryland, has looked fantastic early on, averaging 15 points and 6 boards a game on almost 67% shooting. He's been a great addition, the freshman coming into this first year. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, just getting set to tip off. In the circle is going to be Blake Huggins for Ball State and Austin Davis, the Michigan Wolverine, on the other end. As crowd noise is getting piped in, we are ready to go for more WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan basketball. Opening tip is won by Michigan. Tip back to Franz Wagner. Quick passes over to Mike Smith, and here we go. Smith working one-on-one against Bumbelow. Quick inside pass, looking for Eli Brooks, but it gets tipped away, and a foul is called very early on. Eli Brooks gets called for that one just 13 seconds into the game. It was a loose ball. Number 13, Acree, was diving after that one and
Brooks caught him with the body. It is going to be Elamine bringing it up for the Ball State Cardinals now. They're running some high pick and roll action. Ball now in the hands of KJ Walton, the leading scorer for this Ball State team, looking to run everything through him. Huggins now with a quick handoff to Bumbelow. Ball State swinging that ball across the top. KJ Walton drives quick on Franz Wagner, floater off the mark, and Michigan is now out in transition. Eli Brooks from 3 in the corner, not going to go.
Yeah, you'd like to see him not to be able to settle for a shot that early in the clock if you can.
Ball State now got that early rebound, but setting up, driving to the basket with a quick right-handed layup is going to be Elamine. Blew right by Austin Davis. He's a much smaller, faster guard. That's an easy matchup, one you love to see if you're Ball State.
Very agile, very athletic, very quick.
Michigan running a dribble drive offense up at the top of the key. Long skip pass from Mike Smith to Eli Brooks. Shot fake, but he doesn't pull. Austin Davis quick sets the screen for Franz Wagner. Franz drives hard, draws the foul, and he's going to shoot two. That one looks like it's going to be on number 44, Huggins. His first personal foul and first team foul. Franz is going to go to the line.
Yeah, that was a much better possession right there compared to the first two possessions. They were able to definitely be able to move around the ball and able to get a good shot opportunity and draw the foul. That was awesome. That was nice.
You know, we did mention KJ Walton being the number one scorer for this Ball State team, but it should be mentioned that he is an absolutely terrible three-point shooter. Over the last 3 seasons, averaging just 6.7% from beyond the arc, as Franz Wagner knocks down that first free throw, scoring now 1-2 in favor of Ball State. Second one up, and that one's going to drop as well. We're now tied at 2.
Very good start from the free throw line.
You got to think if you're Michigan and Juwan Howard, you're going to try and make KJ Walton shoot as many threes as possible. That's not his game. You don't want to let him get comfortable.
Yeah, different opposite than from Sunday.
Speaking of Walton, drives hard to the basketball, gets tipped away. It's going to stay underneath. It is going to be Ball State ball. Austin Davis and Franz Wagner there on the defense.
Yeah, Ball State's definitely that team that is very quick on their feet to get to the basket.
Franz using his length there, guarding the inbounder. And we are going to have what looks like,
I believe a 3-second violation? Or is that, no, it's an offensive foul?
some discussion at the table. Referees trying to get their story straight.
I don't quite know what it was.
Yeah, if we get any information, we'll get back to you on that one. But looks like we're going to do it again. Ball State, again, set to inbound. It is going to be Walton underneath the basket. Eli Brooks matched up with Elamine right up near the top of the key. Referees, again, over at the table discussing. And we are good to go. Ball's in. KJ Walton with the ball in his hand. The 5-second ticking down. Passes into the corner to Bumbelow. Quick left-hand drive towards the middle lane. Pull-up floater, and that's going to be an air ball batted around before Mike Smith picks it up. Michigan's out in transition again. Quick pass over to Franz Wagner. Nice right to left cross to the basket, and he lays that one in. Nice move by Franz.
Very nice move by Franz Wagner. Nice lane there opened up by the Michigan offense.
Franz, he has grown that longer body, but the guard's still showing. KJ Walton now guarded by Franz Wagner up at the top of the key. Palming that ball in his right hand. Passes to Elamine. Nice shot fake. Fadeaway jumper, but that one's not going to go. Isaiah Livers pulls that one down. And Michigan again out in transition. Pick and roll game up top with Austin Davis. Franz Wagner inside. Davis over his left shoulder, and he's going to get that one to go. That's a great move there by Austin Davis. That's just fundamental big man offense.
Yeah, that's just another example of what Juwan Howard's very impressed with the number of assists this year.
KJ Walton with a lob pass over to Huggins. Huggins tries to throw that one inside, but Mike Smith steals it. In transition, Franz Wagner up and in. Gets the and one. What a transition offensive play by Michigan.
Wow, Franz Wagner came in with authority to start this game, and he is showing it right now.
Franz with 6 of Michigan's 8 points. The other 2, of course, come from Austin Davis on that last possession. Franz now stepping up to the line for an and one opportunity. Huggins for Ball State's going to go take a seat. We are going to have a substitution.
Yeah, Michigan this year, I think the last game, they've had 20 assists in the last game, which is a different thing that happened, unlike last year.
Substitution for Ball State is going to be number 12, Hazen. Franz knocks down that third free throw of the game as they show his brother Mo in the cardboard cutout section. Michigan now up 9-2 with 17 minutes left to play here in the first half. Eli Brooks guarding Elamine, but he gets blown by. Austin Davis steps over with the quick help defense. Ball gets kicked out. Franz Wagner now guarding the ball one-on-one.
Looked like the team wanted to travel there.
Hazen now, the new substitution, pulls up for a jumper, and that one falls short. Michigan in transition again. Eli Brooks, quick left to right cross, tried to get to the basket with a little shovel pass and throws that one away.
Yeah, you'd like to see him try to take that himself there.
That pass, of course, intended for Austin Davis. Hazen up top for three for Ball State. That one off the front of the rim. Mike Smith with a nice box out and rebound, and now they're out in transition. Smith pulls it back out, showing great patience. Franz in the corner now. Draws the foul. That one is going to be on number 12, Hazen. Caught him with the hand check, and that is going to be Ball State's, I think, third personal foul.
Yeah, one of those frustrating things from Sunday was definitely the turnovers. Something that early in this game we're going to have to see Michigan be able to control.
Brooks inbounds to Mike Smith. Franz gets the pick and roll game from Austin Davis. Nice hesitation and gets to the basket, but they're going to call that one on the floor. Ball State does have a player down. It is Hazen holding that left hamstring. Slow to get up, but looks like he is okay. Hazen, after only being into the game for about 2 minutes, is going to get subbed out, picks up 2 quick personal fouls, and that is going to bring in the new substitution, number 34, for this Ball State Cardinals team. Mike Smith tosses the ball way up top. Austin Davis using that long 7-foot frame to grab that one. Eli Brooks swings the ball up top to Isaiah Livers. Livers working one-on-one against KJ Walton. Swings it back over. Mike Smith, hard drive with left hand and up and under for the bucket.
Very, very fundamental basketball being played by Michigan. I think this is different from the first 2 games, and they have definitely been able to improve, it looks like, so far early in this game.
KJ Walton drives hard to the middle, working on Franz with a nice pull-up jumper.
Nice shot.
Yeah, that's a real impressive bucket right there for KJ Walton. That is his game. Like we said, he can't really shoot all that well, but he can get to the basket. Franz with a nice up and under with the right hand, but not going to go. It's going to drop into the hands of number 34, Kendricks, his first rebound of the game.
Yeah, just didn't time that jump quite right.
Elamine working against Eli Brooks, gets the hard right-hand drive, kicks out to Walton. Isaiah Livers plays him off the line, drives hard to the basket, gets some contact.
Wow.
And gets that one to fall. Franz and Isaiah Livers are right there, but neither of them could deflect that. Wolverines swing the ball along the top. Franz passed quick inside to Austin Davis, where he was fouled by Hendricks before he could get the shot up, and we are going to have a timeout.
Yeah, so far early in this game, I think you got to be impressed with what Ball State, how aggressive they want to be inside, especially not having the size this team has compared to Michigan. It is very impressive to see them work inside.
Yeah, absolutely. Going into this first timeout with 15-18 left to play here in the first half. Michigan is currently up 11-6, 7 of Michigan's 11 coming from Franz Wagner, 3 for 3 from the free throw line, and with 2 easy buckets on the inside. If you were just tuning in, we would like to thank you for listening to WCBN coverage of Michigan basketball here. If you are not already, please consider hitting that subscribe button and clicking that little bell icon to be notified anytime we go live. It helps us out a lot and gets our coverage out there.
Already 3 rebounds for Mike Smith, which is a little bit surprising, but he is very quick when it comes to being on the floor. He's definitely moving, and so I think that's definitely a contributing factor why he's 3 rebounds right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we saw that baseline drive from the corner. He just set up, didn't really even have to ball fake, just used his smaller stature and just absolute quickness to blow by his defender and get to the rim. That's kind of what he's been doing on the defensive end as well. All three of his rebounds, coming on the defensive end.
Yeah,
did a real nice job of tagging and pursuing, just chasing after those loose balls.
Yeah, exactly. It's something we saw with Xavier Simpson last year, was being able to control the ball, being very kind of quick on the floor and trying to make a few moves here and there to get to the basket. And he's become a force to reckon with so far this year, and almost like an upgrade, I would say, from Xavier Simpson. No, nothing against Xavier Simpson, but Mike Smith has definitely come in as a transfer and definitely been able to make an impact on this team.
Yeah, of course, Xavier Simpson, a Michigan legend, and Mike Smith, two very different players, but similar in a lot of ways. But Mike Smith really making a name for himself so far. I mean, we are early on, only in the third game, but so far he is looking like a very competent and very crucial part of this Michigan team.
Yeah, that is very true. And so far, I think what I'm very impressed with, the first 5 minutes of this game compared to last was not as many turnovers as you'd like to see, and a lot cleaner ball, very short, determined passes, and being able to get it around the perimeter pretty easily for Michigan.
Like we said, coming into this one, the key for Ball State would be just get the ball into the hands of KJ Walton and let him go to work. I mean, 28 points in his first outing, 28 points and 11 rebounds. So far, he's yet to snag down a board, but for Ball State, 6 points, 2 for 3 from the field, that hard take to the basket, and that nice pull-up jumper on Franz Wagner.
Yeah, that's a hard thing with a team like Ball State. Teams who have to rely on one man, it is difficult to always have to rely on one guy for your team a lot of the time. But KJ Walton's definitely been able to take in that role with pride, and they've done a very good job with it.
Coming out of the timeout, it is going to be Michigan ball underneath. They're still rocking their starting five. Ball State has made some substitutions. Eli Brooks throws the ball up top to Isaiah Livers, who's working one-on-one against Walton. Quick handoff to Mike Smith. Shows the shot, but decides to pull it down and dribble inside. Nothing there, so he kicks it back out. Austin Davis with a quick ball screen on Elamine. Mike Smith drives hard to the basket, made a great ball fake, but can't get that one to fall. Had an open lane, just kind of missed it.
Yeah, good defense there by Ball State, but not being able to put away from Mike Smith.
KJ Walton work against Franz Wagner. Gets a screen on the left side from Hendricks. Pull-up jumper. That one's going to go off the front of the rim, but Hendricks snags down that rebound, and it's going to be a foul call, it looks like, on Austin Davis right near the baseline.
Yeah, if you're Austin Davis, you got to box out just a little bit better than that, but that was good recognition by, I believe that was that Hendricks, I believe?
Yes, it was.
Yes.
Sorry, correction. That foul was on number 21, Franz Wagner. We do have a substitution. Austin Davis is going to go take a seat. And the freshman, number 1, Hunter Dickinson, is going to come in for his first action in this game. Eli Brooks guarding the ball. Elamine hard up top, forces a steal. Isaiah Livers hard on a break and slams that one down.
Yeah, get Isaiah Livers in the open floor, and he's going to make you pay every time.
Just showing off that NBA caliber athleticism. Michigan currently holding a 7-point lead, 13-6 here with 14 minutes left to play. Driving hard to the basket with a little floater, isn't going to go. Franz pulls down that rebound, and Michigan out in transition. Franz looking up the court, can't find somebody. Drives hard, draws some contact, but nothing going to go. Hunter Dickinson now working one-on-one against Hendricks. Easy left-hand layup.
I'll tell you what, Hunter Dickinson this year has become a great piece for this Michigan offense and especially defense. I mean, being able to learn under Austin Davis as the starter is going to be key for the future.
Absolutely. The 7'2" freshman showing just how crucial he is to this Michigan team already. Franz guarding Walton one-on-one. Walton gets around him, quick sidestep, pull-up jumper, banks it in. That ball had all sorts of arc on it. Gets that one to fall again. KJ Walton.
It just doesn't matter how he puts it up. It somehow always goes in when he puts it up from that close.
That's just the capability of an elite scorer. Speaking of Walton, he's currently guarding Isaiah Livers one-on-one. Hunter Dickinson coming over to set a screen for Mike Smith. Smith driving hard, dishes to Hunter Dickinson. Dickinson up at the left, but can't get it to go. Defense there provided by Gunn and Hendricks underneath the basket.
Yeah, it was a good job by Gunn.
Gunn for a pull-up three in transition. Can't get it to go. Franz with another rebound. Ball State player goes down. Some miscommunication. The ball almost goes out of bounds, but
good hand
Mike
by
Smith now has a mismatch, but can't do anything with it. Ball's dead and swings it up top to Isaiah Livers. Michigan had a mismatch there for a second. Had Mike Smith on the much bigger, that is Hendricks, and Isaiah Livers misses his pull-up jumper. KJ Walton now out in transition.
Yeah, well, Michigan a little out of sorts on that last possession.
Walton, another free throw line floater. Can't get that one to go, though. Air balls. Franz pulls it down, and Michigan out in transition. Franz swings over to Mike Smith. Smith with a nice give and go. Takes the basket hard and gets that one to fall. His second bucket of the game. Mike Smith now with 4.
Hey, just not afraid to take it to the bucket. Doesn't matter who's guarding him.
2 Wolverines sitting at the check-in table, that being Brandon Johns Jr. and Shawnee Brown. They're waiting for their shot to get into this contest. Wyndham up top with the ball, swings it over to Elamine, guarded closely by Eli Brooks. Ices a ball screen and strips it off. That looks like it went off the leg of Elamine. And the referees agree with me on that one. It is going to be Michigan ball after we come out of this timeout.
Michigan definitely being very aggressive on defense. Definitely getting a lot of loose. Been able to do some really great things.
Coach Juwan Howard having a quick word with Hunter Dickinson. Michigan now holds a 9-point lead with just under 12 minutes left to play here in this first half. Michigan currently a lot cleaner on the defensive end, only 2 fouls to Ball State's 5. Both teams still with 4 timeouts.
Yeah, you got to be overall impressed with Michigan so far. They definitely have the size advantage, but they've definitely been able to play a much cleaner game today than they did Sunday. And their defense is starting to take a little bit better shape right now, and I think that's really important going into their next couple games after this. So it'll be interesting to see how they work the rest of this game.
When you look at Michigan's success so far in this game, one name really stands out above the rest, and that is Franz Wagner. Number 21, the sophomore, currently with a team high in points and rebounds at 7 and 4 respectively. Mike Smith leads with 1 assist, and over on Ball State side, again, we keep saying that name. KJ Walton leads with 6 points out of their 8.
Yeah, KJ Walton, he's just been the whole offense right now, and the upside is that he can do a lot. The downside is that he's not, a lot of his teammates can't do as much as him right now just because he's been getting the ball a lot, and he's been able to make plays, but it's almost seemed like they're relying a little too much on him right now.
Yeah, looks like he is going to take his first seat of the day. We do have substitutions for both teams. For Michigan, it is going to be Hunter Dickinson. Looks like Zeb Jackson, Mike Smith, Shawnee Brown, and Brandon Johns Jr. in. For Ball State, it's going to be Bumbalow, Elamine, Gunn, Wyndham, and Hendricks when we coming out of this timeout. You know, there are no fans here, obviously. We do have the cardboard cutouts, but the sounds of the band getting piped in really just kind of makes it feel a little more like home.
Yeah, I like that sound. It actually does sound like the band is here, so it's a nice little piped-in sound. And like I said, we got few more cardboard cutouts than we've had in the past couple games, so they keep being added more and more. Hopefully we have a full stadium soon.
Hopefully. Looks like this timeout is wrapping up, and we are set to get back into some more Michigan basketball action here on WCBN Sports. It is going to be Michigan ball after that strip and then kick off the knee of Elamine. Eli Brooks provided that defense with the great steal on that last possession before the timeout.
Yeah, only one 3-point attempt made by Michigan right now. They've been really committed to staying inside.
Shawnee Brown set to inbound. Wyndham is going to be guarding him closely. Quick down screen from Brandon Johns Jr. and Mike Smith's going to come up. Get that one right away. Gets a high ball screen from Hunter Dickinson. Dishes out to Shawnee with a floater right away. Can't get that one to fall, but great rebound by Brandon Johns Jr. through 3 guys of traffic. Shawnee drives hard to the basket off the pass and gets that one to fall. Great assist by Brandon Johns Jr. Michigan ball movement has been spectacular so far.
Oh, absolutely. Guess we have a moving screen, it looked like right there.
Yeah, Elamine was guarded closely by Zeb Jackson, went left to right on the crossover, and the call for an illegal screen looks like it was on Ben Hendricks, number 34 for Ball State. Ball's going to be taken out on the side. Brandon Johns Jr. tosses it down into Mike Smith, who's got a running start. He's not wasting any time. Zeb Jackson kicks over back to Mike Smith. Drives hard to his left, didn't like it. Decided to pull back out and kick it out. Zeb Jackson swings to Brandon Johns Jr. Shows the shot fake. He is going to get called for a travel. Both those feet did move.
Yes, they did. And one of those things when you got a little bit of momentum going with you, sometimes the game becomes a little too fast for you, and those mistakes happen sometimes.
Yeah, went for the shot fake and then dribble drive, and that back right foot just moved a little too early. That's going to be a turnover. It's going to be Ishmael Elamine bringing the ball up now. Tosses over to the right side. Ball State moving the ball around. Speaking of Elamine, kicks a scary fall, but pops right back up. Wyndham guarded closely by Shawnee. Drives hard to his right hand. Hunter Dickinson throws up those hands and gets that one to rattle in and out. Great defense there by Hunter Dickinson. Didn't get a hand on it, but contested it. That 7'2" frame with that huge wingspan just makes any shot that he puts his arms out even more difficult. Mike Smith with a lefty step back and gets that one to fall. Mike Smith firing on all cylinders right now. 6 points for the Michigan Wolverines.
Difficult shot attempt right there, and he was able to make that going pretty easily.
Shawnee guarding the ball closely. Now it's Hendricks with it. Hunter Dickinson providing the defense, kind of fluting him, as they say. Michigan icing the ball screen. Elamine gets to the basket, kicks out. That three-point attempt by Zach Gunn is going to go off the mark. Zeb Jackson pulls down the rebound, and Michigan now still well in control with a 13-point lead. Zeb Jackson working hard, splits the double team, but ball gets dribbled off, and it is going to be a foul called on Ishmael Elamine, who's now arguing with the referee.
Yeah, that was one of those where it's kind of a play on, I thought, but I guess a little too much contact for the ref.
Yeah, that loose ball, Elamine and Zeb Jackson both running after that one. That is going to be Ball State's 7 fouls, so Michigan now does have a 1-and-1. They are in the bonus. Checking back in for Ball State. Looks like Elamine's going to go take a seat.
It's now going to be interesting to see how Ball State adjusts now, being in the bonus the rest of this half on their defense.
That is going to be Sawakis, the international student from, let's see if I can remember, but that is going to be Zeb Jackson knocking down that first free throw, his first bucket of the game. The lefty puts up his second one and gets that one to rattle home. Michigan now perfect from the free throw line thus far.
Yeah, you haven't heard much from Zeb Jackson so far early in the year, but there's a lot of season left in it, many more opportunities for him coming.
Absolutely. Hard foul by Mike Smith. Tried to jump in front of that one and just hit Bumbelow. You can see he's a little shaken up on that one. Mike Smith's shoulder kind of went right in his ribs.
Yeah, that did not look pleasant, and I bet that hurt just a bit, but it really looked like it unfazed him.
Blake Huggins is going to check back in for Hendricks. Hendricks making his way over to the end of the bench there. Ball State still yet to hit double digits. Sawakis passes over to Gunn. Gunn guarded closely by Brandon Johns Jr. Quick little handoff. Mike Smith providing the defense on Bumbelow. Bumbelow with a nice double cross through the legs and pull up three.
Impressive shot.
That's a high caliber offensive move right there.
Oh, absolutely. That's exactly what you need when the size advantage isn't your strong suit right now.
Sawakis guarding Mike Smith closely. Smith keeping his composure. Swings up top to Brandon Johns Jr., who swings over to Zeb Jackson. Bumbelow playing tight defense on Jackson. Ball over to Smith now. Hunter Dickinson up at the top of the key. Swings to the corner to Brandon Johns Jr. Quick right to left. Fake. They are going to call a charge. Zach Gunn, the one taking that one, set up right in front of the restricted area. Brandon Johns Jr. caught him with the shoulder.
Yeah, let's see again about this. Ooh, it was close.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
But for the refs, it was a defensive foul, or offensive foul, I mean.
Johns Jr. definitely caught him with the body, but if anything, I think that one might be a no call.
Yeah, exactly. That's one that it's kind of play on.
Eli Brooks checked in for his second time into this ball game. Zeb Jackson coming up the right-hand side now. Kicks to Eli Brooks in transition. Brooks looking to make an early impact, but his three goes off the back of the rim. Shawnee with the rebound and gets that floater to fall.
Great rebound by Shawnee, and be able to put that back in, give him a 14-point lead with the timeout here.
Yeah, Ball State takes their timeout here. They're going to have 3 left in Michigan. Like you said, 14-point lead. They are just firing on all cylinders here.
Yeah, and they're trying to keep this game pretty slow, trying to be able to take control of this game by making it their own game, and I think that benefits them a lot right now.
Absolutely. Like we said, Franz Wagner still leading the team in points and rebounds with 7 and 4 respectively, and KJ Walton is set to re-enter the game for Ball State. He's been sitting out taking a breather. He's going to look to come back in and try to make an impact for his Ball State Cardinals here, as they are down 14 points, as we've said numerous times.
Oh, yeah. And what I like about this Michigan team is then they are not reliant on really one guy. They are very distributive with the ball, and they're able to rely on many guys throughout the game.
Yeah, it's great to see.
Something that on past Michigan teams we haven't been able to see. At least as much.
Shaundi guarding KJ Walton. Walton swings the ball all the way over to the other side. It's going to be a Krieg driving hard with his left hand. They're going to call a double dribble. Hunter Dickinson threw his long arm in there and kind of tripped him up a little bit, forcing that double dribble. Coach Juwan Howard shares a quick word with Brandon Johns Jr. before he inbounds.
That's, I believe, Ball State's 5th turnover.
Eli Brooks, the senior, the veteran on this Michigan team, barking out orders. He's going to get a high ball screen from Hunter Dickinson. Drives hard with the right hand, gets to the rim, and just lays that one up and under. That's a great move. Textbook pick and roll offense for Michigan right there. That's a great thing you see with Hunter Dickinson. He might be tall, that 7'2" frame, but he's very sneaky athletic.
Oh, yes, he can definitely be sneaky athletic and be able to really set up a lot of those ball screens.
Eli Brooks ices the ball screen on the left-hand side and then swings it back to KJ Walton. Walton inside to Huggins. Huggins working one-on-one against Hunter Dickinson. Kicks it out for 3. That one's not going to go. That was Bumbelow on the shot again. Shawnee pulls that one down, and he's looking to run now. Hand off to Brandon Johns Jr. Swings over to Eli Brooks. Michigan again working that pick and roll offense. Hunter Dickinson in the corner. Spots up for a 3. That one's going to go long. KJ Walton just takes that rebound and gets all the way to the rack, and that's going to be a foul called on Eli Brooks. Wasn't rushing at all. Wasn't really going full speed, but just got to his spot and showed why he's such an elite scorer. Quick through the legs.
Oh, absolutely. Michigan caught sleeping a little bit on that fast break and got a foul on them. So we're going to see what they got after we come out of this timeout.
Quick little timeout show on the scoreboard. It is the Michigan players looking to guess which for those of you at home who can't see it, obviously, it's a drawing made by a kid of one of the players, and all the players are trying to guess who it is. This one of Luke Wilson. These are pretty funny. 7:25 left to play here in the first half. Again, if you're just tuning in, we would like to thank you for listening to WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan basketball here in early December. Michigan currently still holding a 14-point lead, 27-13 over this Ball State Cardinals team. Ball State, as we said, is currently 0-1 on the season. They're just in their second game. They lost a tough one to Northern Kentucky last Wednesday, the final score being 74-73.
Yeah, it's definitely been a interesting year for some teams. I think when you don't have as many games under your belt so far, you're still trying to figure out who you are as a team. And Michigan this is their third game, while Ball State, this is only their second. So Michigan has a little bit more information of what they've been able to do this year, what they need to work on, and how they've been able to adjust.
Yeah, not only is this Michigan men's team playing really well, but the Michigan women's team also playing just as well. Naz Hillman, the junior, just showing why she is so capable and so deserving of that preseason unanimous first team selection. She's currently averaging 30.5 points per game. The women's team currently on their way to South Bend, Indiana to play Notre Dame tomorrow night. Yeah,
that'll definitely be interesting. Naza Hillman is definitely a candidate for Big Ten Player of the Year right now in women's basketball right now. And she has been a workhorse for that women's team.
Absolutely, after a 37-point performance the other day against Oakland on the road.
And they've kind of been, like the silent top 25 team there. Been really kind of getting their job done and not been able to cause too much worries right now for that team.
Yeah, absolutely. Both Michigan teams, as a Michigan Wolverines fan, you got to love to see both basketball teams playing really well. But the timeout horn sounds, and we are set to get back to the action. On the floor for the Michigan Wolverines is Hunter Dickinson, Brandon Johns Jr., Chaundi Brown, Zeb Jackson, and Franz Wagner. And it's going to be KJ Walton at the line, looking for his 9th and 10th points here as he knocks down that free throw to bring him up to 9. Michigan now inbound the ball. Zeb Jackson bringing it up the left-hand side, guarded by Bumbelow. Quick pass inside to Hunter Dickinson, who quick dribbles and hands back off to Jackson. Him and Brandon Johns Jr. exchange. Hunter Dickinson working one-on-one up at the left, and we are going to have a foul called. Looks like it's going to be on the ground, and it is going to be against number 44, Huggins.
I thought it's pretty good defense by Huggins, but I guess they're going to be calling for a little bit more contact than the officials like.
So we had mentioned Michigan in the bonus, Ball State with 8 team fouls, so Hunter Dickinson is going to get to shoot a one-and-one. That's just a grown man's move there by Hunter Dickinson. Nothing fancy, just backing his guy down into the post. We are going to have a substitution. Huggins is going to go take a seat, and Hazen is going to check back in for Ball State, and Isaiah Livers is going to check in and sub out Brandon Johns Jr. Johns Jr. with a great few minutes there. Hunter Dickinson's free throw goes off the back iron and not going to go, so Michigan's lead now only 13 points after the KJ Walton free throw. Driving hard with his left hand is Suwakis, but decides to pull back out. Ball gets swung all the way around to Bumbelow. Bumbelow back up top to KJ Walton. Franz guarding Suwakis. Suwakis all the way to the basket with his right hand. That layup won't go. Franz with the rebound. Now Michigan out in transition. Zeb Jackson with an in and out. Gets hard to the basket. Can't get that one to fall, but Hunter Dickinson right there for the left-handed tip in.
Yeah, just got an extra foot almost on everyone else right there. It's just easy to tip that back in for Dickinson.
Shawnee Brown picking up full court. There's going to be Bumbelow calling for the high ball screen from Hazen. Doesn't like it, decides to kick back out. KJ Walton now gets the ball screen, working against Hunter Dickinson with the right-handed hook shot. That one's not going to hit any rim, but just gets backboard. Franz with another rebound. Isaiah Livers with a deep transition three, and he gets it.
That is how Michigan is able to get their threes in transition and been able to foul through. That is exactly textbook.
Bumbelow just gets an easy, wide-open lane to the basket, but misses the layup. Miscommunication there on the defensive end for Michigan. They do get the offensive rebound, and KJ Walton misses a turnaround jump shot. Franz grabs that rebound again. Isaiah Livers now hard right to the hand. Kicks out to the corner to Shawnee, but that one's not going to go. Hunter Dickinson with the rebound. Left to right, up and in. Hunter
Nice
Dickinson with another great move. He's at 6 points now, and we're going to have another Ball State timeout.
I think you can see so far why Hunter Dickinson was one of the prize prospects coming into this year.
Michigan really just came out gunning after that last timeout. That deep transition three from Isaiah Livers. You know, after last season, he did declare for the NBA draft, and then don't know whether it was complications with COVID-19 or anything like that, but he did decide to rescind his decision to go to the draft and come back for his senior season, and he's just showing why he's such an important part to this Michigan team. And that deep three, you know, there are questions about, you know, whether or not Isaiah Livers could be a good three-point shooter at the next level. He's been, you know, a pretty solid one all throughout college, but obviously that NBA line is much deeper, but that three was even well behind that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I think a lot of work during the offseason for Isaiah Livers, I think, has benefited him so far. There were times last year, yeah, he was doing very well, but there are other times that weren't so great. So it's really nice to see early on in the season how much of a contributing factor for this team he is and how healthy he looks out there as well, because that was another issue last year.
Ball State inbounds now. Zach Gunn rolls it into Ishmael Elamine. Hazen up top now with the ball. Sets a quick ball screen for Bumbelow, and the pick and roll. Hunter Dickinson on the defense there. Three from the corner from Wyndham, and he gets that one to go. Ball State now, 17. Mike Smith brings the ball up the court and dishes it into Hunter Dickinson now, working one-on-one against Hazen. Tries to throw inside. A little miscommunication there between him and Isaiah Livers. That ball doesn't touch anybody and sails right out of bounds. We're going to have a substitution. Looks like Dickinson's going to take a seat. Shares a quick word with Coach DeJuan Howard.
Yeah, I think Hunter Dickinson was supposed to cut right to the basket there. Or, excuse me, not Hunter Dickinson, but Isaiah Livers. And I think Hunter Dickinson thought otherwise.
Elamine now working up top against Franz Wagner. Gets the screen on the left side from Hazen. His pull-up jumper isn't going to go, but Ball State gets the rebound. It's going to be Bumbelow driving hard to the baseline on Mike Smith. Kicks out to the corner, and another three for Ball State. That one, Zach Gunn, his first 3 points of this contest.
Yeah, that one hurts because you hope to get that long rebound, but not being able to pull that down.
Second chance points are what kill you in the long run.
Exactly.
Shawnee Brown driving hard to his right hand with a nice hesitation with a floater right near the rim. Can't get it to go. Austin Davis pulls down the rebound, though. Fighting with 3 Ball State defenders. That one gets tipped out of his hands, and referee says he touched it last. That's a tough spot there if you're Austin Davis.
Oh, absolutely. At that point, you're just hoping that you get a foul called, but if not, it's just you're in a dead zone.
Yeah, Davis pulled down a great rebound there, but came down right in the midst of 3 Ball State defenders. Bumbleau now guarded closely by Mike Smith. Kicks out over to, Zach Gunn. Now this Ball State team is resetting. Gunn with a quick dribble drive, handoff to Bumbleau. Bumbleau with a nice hesitation, right hand pull up 3, got a foul. Can't get that one to go though. That one on Isaiah Livers.
Just another really great move by him. He's been able to, a couple of those great moves have helped him get a few great shot opportunities.
Luke Bumbleau with 3 points so far in this contest. His 3 coming on that tween pull-up 3 from way beyond the arc earlier in this contest. He's just showing his quickness and just ball handling ability, able to get off or get over those screens. His first free throw isn't going to go. He's set for 2 more, though.
I think that's why I think Ball State likes him so much, to get to the ball to him, because they know he can make something happen.
His second free throw hits back iron and drops down. Racks his point total up to 4. And checking in for the Wolverines is going to be Terrence Williams, his first appearance in this contest. And Shawnee Brown is going to go take a seat on the bench and grab a quick drink. Third and final free throw for Bumbleau. Gets that one to fall. His point total now up to 5. Ball State's up to 22. This is now a 12-point ball game.
Yeah,
Mike Smith over to the right wing to Franz Wagner. Gets the screen from Austin Davis. Franz gets all the way through. Kicks to the corner to Terrence Williams. Looking to make an early impact. Can't get that one to go. Rebound, Zach Bumbleau. Working hard in transition. Low contact between him and Isaiah Livers. Kicks over to Ishmael Elamine, whose 3 isn't going to go, but there's going to be a foul, looks like, on Franz Wagner. Yeah, underneath, loose ball foul.
I was shocked there. I didn't quite see it, but it might have been a little bit of hand contact.
Doesn't look like they're going to show it on the big screen, but we are going to go to the 4-minute media timeout with 3 minutes and 42 seconds left to play here in this first half. Michigan holding a 12-point lead, 34-22. Franz Wagner, even though he did pick up that foul, has been really the most important part for this Michigan offense or Michigan team in general. 7 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, the team leader in all 3 of those categories. When you look over to the Ball State side, points and rebounds are held by, you guessed it, KJ Walton. After racking up 28 points and 11 rebounds last game, has 9 and 4 respectively so far.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those all-around players where he's just going to make hard work on each side of the court and make you try everything to make sure he's not part of the game. But it's just so tough to handle with him sometimes. But I'm also been very impressed by Bumbleau right now. In couple of great moves and some great opportunities have helped his team get some big points.
And not just discussing Franz, but all the way through this Michigan lineup, everybody's producing so far. Mike Smith currently with 6 points on 3 for 4 from the floor and 3 defensive rebounds, for 3 total rebounds. Mike Smith has just been a great addition to this Michigan team after losing our longtime point guard, Xavier Simpson. You know, there was questions who would come in and fill that spot because Xavier had been such a veteran and just leadership position in this Michigan team, and Smith really hasn't missed a beat. He's currently the team leader in assists at 6 a game, and he's just really looked like a competent part of this Michigan team.
Oh, absolutely. And he is, I think, has a lot of upper body strength, it seems, as well. He's able to, been able to be a force on the inside of the basket because he's able to use his body to help get him some nice baskets, and able to be very gentle with the ball around court. And I think going forward, especially later in the year, I think those ball handling skills are going to be very important.
Yeah, I completely agree, Ryan. With 3 minutes and 42 seconds left to play here in this first half, Michigan comes out of the timeout. They're going to gather around that free throw line as number 12, Brocken Hazen, gets up to shoot 2 free throws. Sorry, a 1-and-1. This one, first one up and in, so he's going to get to shoot 2, his first bucket of the game. KJ Walton, the leading scorer for this Ball State team, is currently on the bench. He'll probably ride it out to the half. Second free throw up from Hazen. Up and good. Franz calling out for somebody to come get the inbounds from him. Isaiah Livers finally comes up and dishes it right back. Franz coming up the right-hand side, guarded closely by Elamine. Quick swing over to Mike Smith, gets the pick and roll from Austin Davis, drives hard to the basket. Defense by Bumbleau, and Mike Smith with a nice hard bucket there.
That ends a 10-0 run for Ball State.
Basketball, as they always say, is a game of runs. Michigan lucky to get out of that one, just 10-0. It's going to be Wyndham swinging up top to Hazen. Hazen with a quick pass over to Elamine and sets a ball screen on Isaiah Livers' right-hand side. What a pass inside by Elamine, just right behind the back of Austin Davis. That one to Hazen. Hazen's going to lay it up and in. He's now 4 total points on the night.
He just caught sleeping just a little bit on the inside of the basket. It's actually one of the last places you want to fall asleep under.
Michigan at one point held a 20-point lead. Their lead now cut just to 10. Isaiah Livers with a nice pull-up jumper. Great defense there by Wyndham, but just better offense. That's a high-caliber move. Livers now with 7 points on the night.
Another great example of why Isaiah Livers is NBA almost ready.
Austin Davis giving Hazen plenty of room. Hazen, though, fakes the dribble handoff, and gets to the basket. And
wow,
Austin Davis got kind of caught sleeping there. He's going to get called for a foul, and Hazen's going to go back to the line to shoot 2 more.
I think they caught Austin Davis kind of a little off his feet there.
Shawnee Brown at the check-in table waiting for his substitution. First free throw from Hazen's going to go rattle in and out, not going to go. Looks like Franz Wagner is going to go take a seat, and Shawnee comes in, situated at that top spot right near the right elbow.
Ball State's adjusted nicely.
Hazen's second free throw does fall. His total now up to 5. Michigan's lead cut to just 11, 38-27, with just over 2 minutes left to play here in the first half. Isaiah Livers swings to the far side over to Mike Smith. Nice hesitation dribble move, kicks it back to Livers. Livers with a skip pass to the corner to Shawnee. Tries to throw it inside to Austin Davis, but Hazen with a nice tip into the hands of Elamine, and now Ball State is out in transition. Oh, Austin Davis takes a quick fall and takes out the referee. Both of them look to be okay. That pass inside was intended for what looked like Wyndham. Elamine quick tried to throw a pocket pass in there and gets tipped out of bounds. Looks like it is going to be Cardinals basketball, and they are going to bring in 2 substitutions.
Yeah, Shawnee Brown was caught on the other side, telegraphing his pass, and it cost a turnover for Michigan.
KJ Walton now has checked back into the game. His inbounds pass goes over to Gunn and then over to Wyndham. Hazen now driving with the left hand on Austin Davis. Draws another foul, but can't get the layup to go. Austin Davis has picked up 2 quick fouls, both of them on Brocken Hazen.
Yeah, little Austin Davis just a little slow there getting to the basket, and I think that matchup just wasn't in his favor right there.
Well, Austin Davis, he's been playing his scouting report really well. Brocken Hazen, not a three-point shooter in the slightest, but so he's giving him all that room, but he's just kind of falling asleep because Brocken Hazen, even though he is a big and he's not a three-point shooter, he's real quick off the dribble.
Yeah, he is, exactly is, and definitely even he makes people play for it when you get to the line. I think so far, Austin Davis has just got to be able to wake up just a little bit just to get them an opportunity to not get a foul called on them.
Brocken Hazen knocks down both of his 2 free throws. We did miss a substitution. Brandon Johns Jr. did check in for Austin Davis. 1 minute, 45 seconds left to play here in the first half. Mike Smith gets 2 ball screens. Quick step back, kicks out to Isaiah Livers, working one against KJ Walton. Brandon Johns Jr. with a nice move inside, kicks out to Livers. Pull-up jumper, and that one's going to fall easily, wide open. Isaiah Livers isn't going to miss too many of those.
Yeah, they set up Isaiah Livers very nicely right now. I think Michigan's recognizing that they have to use Isaiah Livers a little bit more right now.
Chaundi again picking up full court, guarding Elamine closely. Elamine with a nice right to left cross, gets to the basket, up and under with a nice little left hand to right hand switch in midair. Just kind of went to the basket uncontested.
Yeah, miscommunication again by the defense, and it's going to have to be fixed as we get later into this game.
Yeah, obviously some things to discuss at halftime. Brandon John Jr. sets a high ball screen for Mike Smith. Smith all the way to the basket, gets hit hard. No foul call. Brandon John Jr. right there to clean up the rebound. His layup isn't going to go, and Ball State now out in transition. Elamine had an open lane but decided not to take it. Kicks inside to KJ Walton. His layup right around the basket. That one's going to fall 9 times out of 10. And
yeah, Juwan Howard's not going to be happy with that.
Absolutely not.
More miscommunication on defense, and he's going to call timeout.
Yeah, with 31.6 seconds left to play, Michigan, like we said, it had a 20-point lead at one point. Their lead cut down just to 7, 40-33 here.
Yeah, Ball State's been able to adjust very well, and Michigan has just been able not to really take advantage of some opportunities, but at the same time being a little careless again with that ball, something that plagued them on Sunday.
Juwan Howard drawing up most likely a last-second play. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clock, so Ball State is going to get another opportunity to go down and get a bucket here to close out the first half.
I think what Ball State's doing right now is they collapse everyone on one player, and I think Michigan just has no option to be able to kick it back out to the wing, and it's kind of hurting them right now because I think they've been trying to use the inside of the basket a lot today, but right now it's not been able to work as well because of just such a tough defense right now about Ball State on the inside.
And neither team really shooting too well from beyond the arc. I mean, Ball State is ahead in that category. They're 3 of 8 from the field. Those 3 coming from Zach Gunn, Jalen Wyndham, and Luke Bumbelow. Mike Smith grabs the inbound, and he's just going to sit there right near half court, dribbling this one out. They're going to wait until probably 10 seconds left on the shot clock to run a play. 9 left on the shot clock now. Down screen from Chaundi. High ball screen from Hunter Dickinson. Mike Smith, left to right cross. Kicks out to Chaundi. Shot fake. Gets to the free throw line. Tosses into Hunter Dickinson. Ball's going to go out of bounds, and a shot clock violation is going to get called against the Michigan Wolverines. It looks like they got the play that they wanted. Looks like they ran it pretty much to a T, the one that Juwan Howard.
Just a little too slow, though. That was that. I think that's the disadvantage of taking the time off.
3 seconds left, and that ball is not going to go. Ishmael Elamine kind of tried to throw up a lefty floater from outside the free throw line and just completely airballed into the hands of Hunter Dickinson. So at the half, Michigan currently holds a 7-point lead, 40-33 over the Ball State Cardinals. Leaders for Michigan with 9 points is Isaiah Livers. Closely behind him is Mike Smith with 8, and Franz Wagner with 7. Hunter Dickinson leading the rebound battle with 6. In terms of Ball State, we've said his name 1,000 times, and we'll probably say it 1,000 more. KJ Walton leading with 11 points for this Ball State Cardinals team and 4 rebounds. Ishmael Elamine with 3
those are
assists.
Defensive rebound, too.
Michigan really just leading in all sorts of the games. I mean, they have 23 rebounds to Ball State's 12. They've really been doing everything they've wanted to. They just kind of can't get the ball to fall in certain situations.
Yeah, and especially from what they're used to, being able to take threes. They only have 6 attempts today and only made 1, and that was by Isaiah Livers. So it might be something to discuss at halftime. Maybe you get some more opportunities from beyond the arc, because it seems like Ball State's adjusting on the inside and able to force it on the outside again to Michigan to try to hit the long jumper.
Yeah, not so much the transition threes for Michigan. You know, they have hit a couple, but their ball movement so far has been really good. Just like you said, Ball State's just been collapsing on the post. Guys like Brandon John Jr. and Hunter Dickinson are having a much harder time to get the ball into the basket right around there. So maybe, look for some inside-out looks, pass inside, and then a backdoor cut or a cut to the corner for an open 3. But that is going to do it for first half coverage of Michigan men's basketball here on WCBN Sports. My name is Charlie Brigham. Alongside me, as I said, Ryan Buchmann. We are going to meet you back here in about 13 minutes for second half action. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan basketball here. Michigan currently, as we're set to get back into the second half, Michigan currently up 40-33 over the Ball State Cardinals. It's been an eventful first half. Michigan playing well on both ends of the floor. Ball State did go on a little bit of a run, though. Michigan held a 20-point lead, and Ball State obviously just cut it down to 7.
Yeah, they've been sincerely very aggressive today, or I mean, at least at the end of the second half, and Michigan was caught napping just a little bit and got a little off their game, got a little caught off guard. So it's going to be interesting if they are able to start this next half a little bit on a little bit of a run of their own.
Leaders in the box score for the Michigan Wolverines. With 9 points is Isaiah Livers, with 8, Mike Smith, 7, Franz Wagner, and with 6, Hunter Dickinson.
Yeah, and only 5 assists today for Michigan. So early on, they were getting a lot of assists, but the movement of the ball hasn't been as quite as much as you would like it, or at least the cleanliness of the movement of the ball right now has been not as great as you would like if you're Michigan.
Yeah, absolutely. In terms of Ball State, their number one leading scorer, as he was last game with 28 points. This game so far in the first half, he had 11, is KJ Walton. Next closest is number 12, Hazen. He's got 7. Luke Bumbalow has 5.
Yeah, KJ Walton he's able just to be a big factor for this team on the inside of inside the paint, and especially from close range inside the paint. And anytime you get him open, it's going to be lights out for the other team.
So to start the second half, Michigan on the court for them is going to be Hunter Dickinson, Isaiah Livers, Terrence Williams, Mike Smith, and Shawnee Brown. In terms of Ball State, it's going to be Walton, Elamine, Hazen, Gunn, and Wyndham. As Jay-Z plays over the loudspeakers. Again, we would like to thank you for tuning in to second half coverage of Michigan men's basketball here on WCBN Sports. As Coach Juwan Howard puts his hand up in the middle and team gets ready to break. Michigan coming out. Looks like it is going to be Ball State ball to start the second half.
Yeah, adjustments to start this half for Michigan on defense is going to be shown, I think, pretty early on here. And on the offensive side, it's going to be interesting if they're going to take some more three-point attempts.
Sorry, Michigan makes some last-second substitutions. It's going to be Austin Davis, Franz Wagner, Eli Brooks, Isaiah Livers, and Mike Smith. Bumbalow, just kind of a dribble drive offense for Ball State at this point. Just dribble ball handoffs up at the top of the key. It's going to be Ishmael Elamine with a pull-up jumper from the free throw line. Gets that first shot to fall. Ball State has cut the lead to 5 now.
It's good movement by Ball State.
Mike Smith taking his time setting up the offense. Bumbalow guarding him closely. Swings the ball over to Eli Brooks at the top of the key. Gets the ball screen from Austin Davis. Kicks to the corner. Franz Wagner dribbles out with his left hand. Pull-up three from Eli Brooks. That one's going to rattle in and out. Not going to go.
Yeah.
Number 13, Acree for Ball State, driving, looking to drive all the way in transition. Loses the ball, though. Franz Wagner with great defense there, just keeping his hands straight up, doing a great job, not to foul there in transition. Michigan ball. Wagner passes up top to Isaiah Livers. The score 40-35. Mike Smith with 2 defenders on him. Does a nice job keeping his composure inside to Austin Davis. Hasn't dribbled yet. Ball fake. There's the right-hand dribble. Spin over the left shoulder. Great move by Austin Davis. Gets that one to fall.
That was a great move by Austin Davis. I have not seen him that much make a move like that, but that was very impressive by him.
Ishmael Elamine passes up top to Acree. Franz jumps in front of that one. Now he's got a fast break. Drives hard to the basket, and looks like there's going to be a foul called. Yep. Franz is going to go to the line and shoot 2. He had an open lane, but Acree came across and caught him with the body. He also had KJ Walton on his hip.
Yeah, great recognition by Franz. He's been very active today, especially on defense, recognizing situations for what they are and then able to jump in front of them.
Referee bounces the ball out to Franz. Franz puts up his first free throw attempt, and he's going to knock that one down. His total now up to 8. He is 4 for 4 on the day from the free throw line.
Every free throw is critical, especially later as it gets into the season, especially today, too.
Franz's 5th free throw up. And his 5th free throw down, 5 for 5 from the line. His point total now up to 9. He's tied with Isaiah Livers for the team high. Luke Bumbalow guarded closely by Mike Smith. Dishes up top to Hazen. Hazen to the corner. Ishmael Elamine with a pull-up, catch and shoot 3. Not going to go. Austin Davis with a rebound. Dishes to Franz, and now Franz out in transition. Trying to drive all the way with an awkward right-handed floater and gets that one to fall. What an athletic finish by Franz Wagner.
Man, he's just not afraid to put that up.
Had pretty much 3 guys on him. Luke Bumbalow driving hard to the basket on Mike Smith, just blows by him, uses his bigger frame. Bumbalow, not a big guy, but Mike Smith even smaller.
Hey, he had 2 guys on him and was able to put that up. That was very nice.
Austin Davis guarded closely at the top of the key. Dribbles twice with his left hand and dribble handoff to Eli Brooks, who gets all the way in. Pocket pass inside. What a play. Austin Davis slams that one home.
Yeah, Austin Davis seems to be really in tune here at the start of the second half. He's been able to make a couple of good plays and able to take it, and Michigan's taken advantage of it.
Elamine passes to KJ Walton. Walton up top to Bumbalow. Bumbalow dribbles inside. Hazen goes over now to set a ball screen for Acree. Kicks out to Bumbalow. Bumbalow catch and shoot 3. That one off the back iron. Isaiah Livers pulls that one down. Michigan looking real aggressive in transition to start the second half here. Livers kicks it out. Was looking for Mike Smith on the trail, but little miscommunication. He throws that one out of bounds. Mike Smith couldn't quite save it.
Yeah, Mike Smith just kind of stopped there, and Livers thought he was going to continue forward.
As they show that pocket pass from Eli Brooks to Austin Davis on the Jumbotron, just what a great offensive sequence there for the Michigan Wolverines.
That was a great offensive sequence, and even if they didn't get that first 3 to fall, they've been able to make some other quality plays to the basket.
KJ Walton with a ball fake right and then drives hard with the left hand. Defense by Eli Brooks and Franz Wagner, and he just made that one look easy. He's up now to 13 points.
Yeah, you might have to think if you have to try to eliminate Walton's ability to get to the hole.
Austin Davis again up top, guarded by Hazen. Was looking for the dribble handoff, couldn't get it, but then gets the ball back out to Mike Smith. Mike Smith with a nice step-back jumper from the left baseline.
That's the second time he's done that today, and that's a tough shot, and he just makes it look like he's so comfortable taking it.
Well, Mike Smith, he's just so quick. You got to respect his ability to get to the hole, which allows for that step-back to just be so effective at creating space. KJ Walton with a little handoff and then ball screen. Franz on the defense from Ishmael Elamine. That 3 goes off the back iron, and there's going to be a foul called. This one on KJ Walton.
Yeah, KJ Walton, he's just so quick when it comes to being on offense there. And sometimes one person, it's not going to cut it out a lot of the times. That's why he's able to get that quick bucket. But right there, it's acting a little too quick. Got called for a foul.
Isaiah Livers with a high ball screen for Mike Smith, and he slips it, and then Austin Davis comes up and set one. Mike Smith over to Eli Brooks, and he knocks down a 3.
Very fluid motion right there with ball movement, and that's exactly what Michigan really needs, I think, here in the second half to really feel comfortable.
Mike Smith got that high ball screen and then just quick kickback pass to Eli Brooks, who just caught it in motion and put up that 3-pointer. That's smooth. Ball screen now coming from Hazen. Elamine working on Austin Davis. Davis with a block. And now Michigan's out in transition. Mike Smith on the left-hand side. Kicks to Eli Brooks in the corner. Showed the shot. Drives hard to the hole. Kicks back out to Isaiah Livers. Livers for 3. That one's not going to go. Austin Davis dives after that loose ball, but he's not going to go. It's Elamine now bringing the ball up the middle of the court. Deep 3 from Zach Gunn, and he gets that one.
A little miscommunication there in the breakaway there.
Zach Gunn, that's his second 3-pointer of the game. He's 2 for 4 from 3. Livers fakes the high ball screen and gets it from Austin Davis. Now Mike Smith driving hard to the hole. Kicks out to Franz in the corner. All the time in the world, and that's going to go down. Franz Wagner for 3.
Michigan's been able to set up guys in the corner there, and they've been able to take advantage of that from 3. Hit a few right now because of that.
Franz had all the time in the world, enough to catch, check his feet, and get the shot up. He's now at 14 points on the day. Hazen shows a shot fake and travels. He was running all over the place, and Michigan is going to head over to their bench as Ball State calls timeout. Michigan with all the momentum here.
Yeah, exactly.
They're leading now up to 14.
Yeah, Michigan has been able to get as quick of a start as they would like, and they've been taking advantage of that. But I believe Ball State right now is kind of licking their chops right now and just trying to being able to keep up with Michigan just a slight bit.
Franz Wagner playing extremely well, 14 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. In addition to a steal, he's also shooting 80% from the field, 4 for 5 from the field, 1 for 1 from 3, and 5 for 5 from the free throw line. Just an absolutely stunning offensive performance so far from the sophomore.
Yeah, Wagner's kind of started out the way he started the game out, actually. Scoring 7 points and within about the first 5-6 minutes. And he's been able to do that again here to start the second half. And then there's Mike Smith, who's, I think, just came out of nowhere right now to set up some good plays and to also hit a couple of good shots.
Mike Smith, the small stature point guard, he's just so quick off the dribble. That right to left cross, just being able to beat guys baseline. It really puts that thought in the defender's head of, if I give this guy too much, or if I don't get right up on this guy, he's going to try to go by me. And if I give him too much space, he's going to knock down an open shot. That's why that little, hard jab step with the step back right on the baseline, he's hit it on both ends of the court now for 4 total points. That's why he's getting so much space.
Yeah, exactly. And your goal is for Michigan is just to kind of use Mike Smith's, that ability of Mike Smith, and able to also gain some floor space, especially with his teammates giving him some more room to take some open shots. But it's also that ability, as you said, for Mike Smith to, not knowing really what he's going to do. Is he going to step back? Is he going to take it into the hole? But it's so hard to try to adjust to that it's almost like a losing proposition either way.
Timeout's just about wrapping up here. Juwan Howard has his team in the huddle. Looks like it's going to be Franz Wagner, Hunter Dickinson, Isaiah Livers, Mike Smith, and Eli Brooks.
To say the fluid ball motion has also been very, I wouldn't say surprising, but something new that I think we've seen on like the first 2 games, where it was kind of more open space offensive play. On the offensive side today, it's been a lot of fluid ball motion, a lot of movement, and a lot of clean passes, I would say, and a lot more safer passes for Michigan.
That lineup from the huddle is going to make it out onto the court for Ball State. Leading the charge is KJ Walton. Walking out there, he has to have the thought in his head that he needs to start making more of a difference here. He has 13 of Ball State's 42, but they are at a 14-point deficit here. Isaiah Livers tosses the ball into Mike Smith, and we are set to go with just under 15 minutes left here in the second half. High ball screen from Hunter Dickinson. Mike Smith over to Franz Wagner. Wagner all up top to Isaiah Livers. Drives hard with his right hand. Gets to the basket, and he's going to draw a foul. Looks like that one's going to be on number 12, Brocken Hazen, his 3rd personal.
Isaiah Livers just using his athletic ability right there to make a play. He gets a nice foul call on him as a result.
Livers stepping up to the line now. 9 points on the day. His first free throw attempts, this one's going to knock down. He's in double digits now with 10.
Yeah, just something you're going to expect every game from Isaiah Livers, and for the most part, is to get double digits and be a factor.
Hazen's going to take a seat for Ball State, and checking in is going to be number 34. That is going to be Hendricks.
I do like how they use Hunter Dickinson as kind of after 5 minutes being able to put him into the game.
Hunter Dickinson guarding Hendricks down low now. Hendricks looking all over the place and finally turns around and lays that one up and in. Good defense by Hunter Dickinson, but Hendricks just with better offense there. Mike Smith sitting on that Block M logo. The ball screen coming to his left hand. Kicks way cross court to Eli Brooks. Brooks passes up on the 3, swings the ball around. Mike Smith for 3. That one's going to go off the back iron. Michigan swung it all the way around the horn, but Smith couldn't get it to fall.
Yeah, every time you step back, you're just not being able to take a swell shot.
That off-balance pull-up jumper from Wyndham isn't going to go. Eli Brooks with the rebound, and Michigan now out in transition. Franz pulls left to right, up and under with the left hand. Not going to go, but Hunter Dickinson right there to tip it in. Franz looking for the referee, asking for a foul. Not going to get it.
Yeah, that was a little touchy, but I agree with the referees to hold off there.
Ishmael Elamine now swings it over to the edge to Zach Gunn. Zach Gunn up top to KJ Walton. Walton inside to Elamine with a nice right hand finish. Just got all the way around those Michigan defenders. Didn't even need a dribble.
Yeah, it is difficult to be able to guard him.
Elamine now with 8 points for this Cardinals lineup. KJ Walton guarding Isaiah Livers closely up at the top of the key. High ball screen from Hunter Dickinson. Livers with all sorts of space. Pull-up jumper from right inside the three-point line. Got it.
And that just looked like a weird shot, but man, he made it look so easy.
Livers now with 13. Eli Brooks playing decent defense up top right near Ishmael Elamine. Giving him space. No reason to get that close up top near the block M. KJ Walton, though, driving hard with his right hand. This one's going to be a foul called on Isaiah Livers. Arms are out, but referee says he caught him with the body. Livers visibly frustrated with that call.
I mean, what can you do? I mean, Walton's just so quick out there. It's just sometimes hard to be able to not get called for a foul here once in a while. You almost have to adjust each player to guard him.
Shawnee Brown checking in for Mike Smith. KJ Walton quick passes into Hendricks and then gets it right back up and under with the right hand, guarded closely by Franz Wagner, but he's going to get that one to go. Walton now with 15 points.
And that wingspan for Walton is just something.
Isaiah Livers driving hard with the right hand, through some contact and gets that one to fall. He's got 15.
I mean, Walton's arms look about twice as big as they actually are. That's why he's able to make some of those moves.
Brown guarding full court as he's been doing all game. That ball is going to go off his foot. It is going to stay ball, but you can see that, referees changed their minds. That one's going to be off. Ishmael Elamine looks like.
Yeah, it was actually pretty good defense there by, I believe that was that Shawnee Brown?
Yes, it was. Shawnee's been picking up full court pretty much the entire time he's been in the game. Isaiah Livers now inside. Didn't like what he saw. He's going to pull it out. Swings over to Shawnee. Shawnee for three. Got it! Michigan, 67 to 48 now. They hold a 15-point lead.
Yeah, Shawnee Brown actually gets called for a foul there, but he's not afraid to step into anyone's face and take a three.
Absolutely not. Correction, Michigan now holds a 19-point lead, 67 to 48 here. They are up with 11:53 left here in the second half. Michigan, everybody's hitting. Everybody's scoring. They look really good on both ends of the floor right now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think, like I said, Walton, he's one of those guys that is just going to make plays, and you just got to try to limit him or at least give him a competition that hopefully maybe misses. But on the other side, Elamine is also starting to take a little bit of factor in this game and being able to make some plays for his team to be able to get a couple good opportunities. He has 4 assists now.
Michigan with 3 guys in double digits, those being Isaiah Livers, Franz Wagner, and Mike Smith with 15, 14, and 10 respectively. Hunter Dickinson hovering right on the bubble of double digits with 8. In terms of Ball State, you only got the one. KJ Walton with 15, his team's leading scorer. Walton also leads his team in rebounds. Ishmael Elamine leading with assists with 4.
It's going to be interesting to see if Ball State is able to use Buffalo a little bit more as well. Hope maybe from the three-point arc, because he was able to make a couple good plays from there in the first half.
Yeah, KJ Walton, like we said, is not a good three-point shooter at all. He hasn't even attempted one so far in this game, but just the incredible ability to use his athleticism to get to the rim, and not only get to the rim, but that pull-up elbow jumper that he's hit 2 or 3 times today. Similar to the situation with Mike Smith, you got to respect his athleticism, you got to respect his ability to be able to get to the hole, and so that pull-up jumper just becomes so lethal because they have to respect you and they have to try to cut you off going to the basket.
Yeah, exactly, and I don't know really what you can do as a defender. It's one of those things where you almost have to ask for help sometimes, and the way they're playing right now, they're playing so quick that if you ask help for anyone, it's just going to create a lot of havoc on the defense.
Yeah, it's kind of a lose-lose in that situation. You either get beat to the hole or you let up an open jumper, but
yeah,
that's just great offense.
Oh, absolutely.
Timeout countdown should be wrapping up here as the referees start to signal for both teams to get back out there. Juwan Howard having his final words. Looks like it's Franz Wagner, Shawnee Brown, Hunter Dickinson, Isaiah Livers, And looks like Eli Brooks there at the end of the bench. Yes, it is.
Tell you what, it's just been an interesting year with no fans here. I always like to look around here and see the different fans around here, and just not being able to do that this year is kind of unfortunate.
Over in those cardboard cutouts, though, you do see the Wolverines trooper. He's got one over there. And here we go.
Of course, I think it's one of the first years you can actually bring your dog in here.
It's going to be Cardinals basketball coming out of the timeout. Number 24, Jalen Wyndham set to inbound. Franz Wagner using that long wingspan to cover him. Bumbelow is going to get the ball up top, dishes it inside to Hendricks. Hendricks now working right on the right wing against Hunter Dickinson. Can't find anybody to pass to. Finally gets the ball to Bumbelow. Bumbelow driving hard baseline, but Franz Wagner providing good defense. There's going to be a block on Shawnee Brown. The referee took a long time for that one.
It looked like he used his elbow there on Shawnee Brown, but gets a blocking foul.
Shawnee visibly frustrated with that one, looking up at the scoreboard, waiting for the replay to show. Let's look at it here. This one looks like he got ahead of it, but the referees obviously saw different. Shawnee visibly frustrated. The referees are discussing now.
Yeah, maybe they were thinking he just wasn't set, and so they were able to get away with one right there.
They have changed their mind. They're not going to say he was shooting, so it is going to be Ball State basketball underneath. 5 seconds counting down. Long lob out there, and it is going to be a Cree to clean that one up. Ishmael Alameen comes out. Shawnee guarding him closely. Looking to ice the ball screen. Hunter Dickinson now against the smaller, quicker guard and just pins that one down off his head. And Hunter Dickinson with a great defensive play to shift the tides. Michigan basketball.
That was a great play, Hunter Dickinson, using his height to his advantage and just blocking that away with ease. You know you're tall when you can just block it away. You don't even have to jump.
Great composure there by Hunter Dickinson, not to come down with his full arm, but just his wrist. Michigan swinging the ball all the way around after the Eli Brooks drive. Isaiah Livers hard with the left hand, can't get it to go, but he's going to hustle back in transition and tips that one away. Great hustle play by Isaiah Livers, not getting discouraged. Eli Brooks now with Zach Bumbelow guarding him. Livers with a cross-court pass looking for Shawnee in the corner, but that one's going to get intercepted by Alameen. Not a real smart pass by Livers. Deep pull-up three is not going to go for Ball State.
Yeah, that was just a rare mistake by Isaiah Livers on the other end. You don't see him try to throw it across court.
Hunter Dickinson pulls down another rebound, his 8th of the night. Eli Brooks sizing up his man. Isn't going to go. Shawnee drives hard to the basket, and he's going to get called for a charge. That was Zach Bumbelow on the Luke Bumbelow on the defense there. That one was a little bit more convincing. He looked like he beat him at the baseline.
Yeah, it did. I think it's just the strength of Michigan makes it look like, man, it almost looked like it's a flop, but looked like he beat him there, but man, probably wasn't as much contact as initially looked.
Ball State again, just doing that dribble handoff rotation up at the top of the key. Ben Hendricks looking for somebody, kicks it over to Bumbelow. Bumbelow with Eli Brooks on his back. Awkward floater, not going to go. Hunter Dickinson pulls down his 9th rebound. Slips the high ball screen. Eli Brooks spins back to his left hand all the way to the basket. Nice take, and that one's going to go. Eli Brooks showing off the ball handling ability. And
something we don't see too often from Eli Brooks.
Yeah, absolutely. Sitting at the check-in table is Terrence Williams and Mike Smith waiting to come back into this ball game. Floater's going to go off the backboard for Wyndham. Can't get it to go, though. They get it back. He tries to drive baseline again, and Hunter Dickinson tips that one away. Eli Brooks now working one-on-one against Jalen Wyndham. Kicks it to Isaiah Livers. Hard to the baseline and slams it down. Timeout, Ball State. Michigan with a 71-48 lead. Livers slams that one down with authority.
Yeah, it's miscommunication from Ball State, but that was great recognition by Isaiah Livers to see that lane and just pull it home and just throw it home.
Isaiah Livers, hard take to the basket, up with two hands, slams it down with two. Michigan now with a 23-point lead. This is what you like to see if you're a Michigan fan. This is kind of what they expected coming into this one.
Yeah, exactly. I think seeing them being able to use their height advantage, and not only that, being more aware out here as well on the floor and taking advantage of those screens, I think that was something that was lacking in the first 2 games. But today it's definitely been a little bit of an adjustment period for Michigan to try to use that more often than not.
If you are just joining us, there's currently 9:27 left here in the second half. The Michigan Wolverines hold a 71-48 lead over the Ball State Cardinals, and Michigan is just playing extremely well, especially on the offensive end. Isaiah Livers with 17, Mike Smith with 10, Franz Wagner with 14, Eli Brooks and Hunter Dickinson chipping in 7 and 8 respectively.
Yeah, Dickinson, 8 points, 9 rebounds, so close to a double-double.
KJ Walton, still the only Cardinal in double digits. Yeah, like you said though, Ryan, Hunter Dickinson, 8 points and 9 boards. Looking real close to that double-double for the freshman.
Yeah, for a freshman, you don't expect those type of numbers, but for Hunter Dickinson, it's completely opposite because he's one of those high-caliber prospects coming in that you expected him early on to try to make an impact for the team, and he's exactly doing that.
Both coaches discussing with their team, trying to make adjustments here. Michigan looking to hold out their lead. Ball State looking to make a run, put together a run, and make a little comeback. They had a 10-0 run earlier that would have went on for probably a little bit longer if not for the Mike Smith pull-up jumper on the baseline.
Yeah, that Mike Smith pull-up jumper was kind of a showstopper for Ball State. It was kind of shocking, and may have taken a little wind out of their sail as well and gotten in their heads a little bit, but you know, Ball State's still hanging in there tough. They're still making some plays out there, and so you got to give it to them that they are still doing a great job out there.
The Wolverines break their huddle, and stepping onto the court, it's going to be Shawnee Brown, Franz Wagner, Mike Smith, and then the 2 freshmen, Terrence Williams and Hunter Dickinson. Ball State still in their huddle, trying to make some last-second adjustments here to see if they can close this 23-point lead.
Yeah, we're going to see more Terrence Williams here. He's definitely this year in multiple parts of the game, he's made a couple of good plays for the Michigan Wolverines.
Love to see the freshman getting some action early.
I think when you play, since this is probably one of the last type of games where you can actually see what you got out of your team before, you get a lot of tough competition. I mean, Ball State's tough, but there's a lot tougher competition as well.
Ball State now bringing the ball up the court. Luke Bumblow with the ball up top, swings it over towards Wyndham. Wyndham looking for somebody, guarded closely by Brown. Franz Wagner cuts off Luke Bumblow, but then gets a hard ball screen on his left side from Huggins. Deep pull-up 3, off balance. That one's not going to go for Wyndham. Franz goes down, holding his left ankle. That's not something you like to see if you're the Michigan Wolverines.
Yeah, saw that in game 1. Saw him going down because of his ankle. They had to wrap that up, and he came back in, but right now he's in a little bit of pain. I believe it's the same ankle.
Still down on the ground. Trainer's going to come over, and looks like he's going to help him up. That is something you like to see. He's going to walk it off.
Yeah, maybe there's a little bit of frustration, too. Not getting a foul call.
Yeah, a little bit of frustration more than pain. Looks like he is going to go take a seat. They are going to get a substitution for him. It is going to be Eli Brooks. Trainer's going to go over there and check him out. You don't like to see your superstar go down like that.
Yeah, and he just seems disappointed there being taken out. He's just such a competitor.
He is coming off on his own power, though, walking fine, so that is something you like to see. Obviously like to see him healthy. But Eli Brooks checking back in for the Wolverines. Mike Smith working up top. Swings it over to Eli Brooks. Brooks gets kind of batted around. Shawnee up top. Pulls up for the dribble pull-up and gets that one to fall. Easy shot fake from 3 and then decided to dribble in and pull up from about the elbow. A little interesting play call from Michigan there. Terrence Williams and Shawnee Brown just kind of floating up top and then broke at the last second. Blake Huggins swings it over to number 13, Acree.
Good hands by Shawnee Brown, tipping that pass out of bounds.
Ball State discussing their play call here. It is going to be Wyndham. Jalen Wyndham with 3 points and 3 rebounds here for this Cardinals team. Set to inbound. Suwakis swings it over to number 13, Acree, and then he swings it over to Luke Bumbelow, who pulls up for another 3 and knocks another one down. That quick release from the small guard.
Yeah, I think it was just a matter of time before you saw some more action from him.
Foul called. Looks like this one is going to be on, looks like Suwakis. He caught Eli Brooks with the body and he went down. Bumbelow, though, the second Ball State Cardinal to hit double digits. He's at 10 from 2 for 4 from the 3-point line. Had it in another bucket and 2 free throws.
Yeah, I mean, Ball State's got a great couple of guys, and Walton and Bumbelow, just from 2 different aspects of the court.
Michigan running that same play that Shawnee Brown got his pull-up jumper off of. Eli Brooks kicks it deep inside to Hunter Dickinson, who just gets surrounded by 3 guys. There's going to be a foul called.
Would it be 2 or no? Is it just?
It's going to be on the arm. It's going to be on number 2, Luke Bumbelow, and there's going to be a media timeout. The 8-minute media timeout. Michigan still holds a 22-point lead here, 73-51. With just under 8 minutes left to go here. Michigan, they were hot there for a minute. They've cooled down a little bit, but still holding a very comfortable lead over this Ball State Cardinals team.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Michigan has seen a lot of tough play from Ball State, don't get me wrong, and Michigan has been able to showcase, I think, what they can be. I think a lot in this game is if they play clean ball, they're going to be tough to beat, and they're just going to be another tough competitor in the Big Ten this year.
As we said, 73-51 going into the media timeout. Michigan with 4 fouls, Ball State with 5. Michigan just 2 away from being in the bonus.
I think so far this year, I think the Big Ten conference is up in the air with who's going to be able to take advantage of it. I think that they have 3 top 5 teams right now, and Michigan State winning yesterday over Duke. I think it just gets tougher for college basketball in terms of the Big Ten, just showing their role as one of the top conferences right now in basketball. Michigan's one of those teams that can definitely play with teams and show you some good play and definitely give teams a little bit of a headache sometimes.
Coach Juwan Howard discussing his game plan with his team here as the timeout just about ready to wrap up. As some Bruno Mars plays over the speakers. Again, we would like to thank you for tuning in to WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan men's basketball here on this wonderful December night, 2nd of December. Michigan has this game today, and then they play again on Sunday. Unfortunately, the Michigan football game scheduled for Saturday against Maryland was canceled and rescheduled due to COVID-19 concerns, but we are ready to go here as Ball State breaks their huddle. Coming out for them is going to be Zach Gunn, Brocken Hazen, KJ Walton, and then Ishmael Elamine and Suwakis. Hunter Dickinson at the line for the Wolverines. Terrence Williams and Shawnee Brown filling out the spots on the block. Free throw from the freshman is up. Hits every part of the rim and falls out. That one's not going to go.
Yeah. Hunter Dickinson is one of his weaknesses is at the free throw stripe, so it's going to be interesting to see if he can improve that.
Second one goes in, nothing but net. His point total now up to 9. Michigan with a 74-51 lead. Suwakis over to Ishmael Elamine. Kicks it over to Hazen. Hazen looking for somebody. Finally gets it back to Elamine. Floater with the right hand. Not going to go. Tips off the hands of Hunter Dickinson, though. Had an easy rebound and not going to get it. Elamine pulls up for a deep 3. Going to go off the back iron, and Eli Brooks going to pull that one down. Eli Brooks with 2 rebounds now in this contest. Swings up top to Terrence Williams. Terrence Williams with a lob pass inside to Hunter Dickinson, but he just got dragged down almost to the ground by Brockenhausen. That's going to be his 4th personal, team 6th.
I mean, when you're trying to guard Hunter Dickinson right there, it's basically you either allow him to get an easy shot or you grab him sometimes.
Mike Smith set to inbound, looking for somebody. Eventually finds Eli Brooks. Brooks with a left-handed pass to Shawnee Brown. Brown inside to Hunter Dickinson with some contact. Can't get it to fall.
Yeah, that usually goes down about 90% of the time for Hunter Dickinson.
Suwakis with a nice pass inside to Brockenhausen, but that one's going to go off the back rim. Tried to go up and under instead of just up with the left, but can't get it to fall. Mike Smith, hesitation, kicks it out to Eli Brooks. Shot fake, drives back in with the left hand. Right-handed floater, goes off the backboard. Hunter Dickinson can't clean it up. Grabbed the rebound, but couldn't get that rebound back up and in. Elamine working against Hunter Dickinson. Pull-up jumper, that one rattles in.
A couple of times on the other side, Hunter Dickinson not able to put the putback in. Haven't seen that a lot tonight. Usually he's been able to put that in pretty easily.
Michigan's lead now cut to 21. Score 74-53. Terrence Williams catches the ball on the right wing and swings it up top to Hunter Dickinson. Sitting alone at the top of the key. Handoff to Eli Brooks. Brooks wanted the 3, decided not to take it. Terrence Williams will, though. His 3 off the front of the iron, not going to go. They're going to call a foul
on Hunter Dickinson.
Hazen and Dickinson share some words as they walk towards the other way. Checking in for the Wolverines is going to be Isaiah Livers and Franz Wagner coming back in off that ankle injury. Terrence Williams and Shawnee Brown are going to head to the bench.
I believe that was Hunter Dickinson's first personal.
Good to see Franz Wagner coming back in after he went down with what appeared to be an ankle injury. 74-53 with 6:15 left to play here in the second half. KJ Walton back in for this Cardinals team. Franz Wagner giving him plenty of space. Pass inside to Ishmael Elamine. Loose ball foul. He knocks over Isaiah Livers. Looks like that is going to be the 7th team foul for Ball State. So Livers is going to head to the line. Michigan is in the bonus.
Yeah, very aggressive ball play by Ball State so far. And they're just not going down without a fight right now. And even though Michigan has a 21-point lead, Ball State is just giving it all.
Hunter Dickinson and Franz Wagner lining the paint for the Wolverines. Mike Smith and Eli Brooks share some word right on the block M at center court. 2 dribbles, a spin in the left hand, and the free throw, first one on the 1-on-1 is good for Isaiah Livers. He's got 18. Livers, again, his second free throw. That one's going to go.
Be interesting to see if Eli Brooks gets some more attention and is able to get some more ball time here.
Livers now 1 point shy of 20. KJ Walton, easy left to right cross and gets to the basket, but it's going to be tipped away. They're going to call a foul on Livers. Caught him with the arm when he was driving left to right. Like we said, KJ Walton, incredible ability to get to the rack. They're going to say he was shooting, so Walton's going to step up to the line for 2 free throws.
Yeah, and everything he's done today has just been into the basket and just making a play.
His first free throw, real slow release, is going to fall. 16 total points for KJ Walton so far. Checking in for the Ball State Cardinals is going to be number 44. And Brockenhazen's going to go take a seat. Hunter Dickinson gets the rebound off the missed free throw. Dishes right to Mike Smith. Sets a hard screen up top. Franz Wagner now with the ball in front of the Michigan bench. Kicks it up top to Isaiah Livers. Michigan up 22, 76-54. Livers working right against KJ Walton. Backing him down in the post. Pull-up jumper, turnaround, gets it to go. What a bucket by Isaiah Livers.
That was impressive, and a reason why he just continues to show so much NBA talent.
Time seems to be running out for Ball State here. 5 minutes left. They're down 24. Score 78-54. That pull-up jumper from the free throw line by Ishmael Elamine isn't going to go, but KJ Walton cleans up the rebound and puts it up and in.
Yeah, just a little bit. Not quite boxing out as well as you'd like right there to get the rebound.
Michigan, same play call as last time. Ball goes inside to Hunter Dickinson now, working one-on-one. Easy left. Oh, they're going to call what looks to be a foul on the ground against Blake Huggins.
Another great move by Hunter Dickinson, though. Be able to get his shoulder around there, make a little spin move into the basket.
Like we said, Hunter Dickinson, as we mentioned earlier, sneaky athletic, sneaky quick. Just a quick right-handed dribble, spin around. He is going to, looks like, shoot 2. Sorry, that foul was on the ground, a 1-on-1. Hits the first one, though. Hunter Dickinson now with 10 points and a double-double. 10 points, 11 rebounds for the freshman as he continues his campaign. Second one's going to roll out.
Yeah, he's definitely shown a lot of capability, too.
Michigan up 79-56 with just under 5 minutes left to play here. Huggins pass up top intended for Zach Gunn. Isn't going to go. KJ Walton drives right past Brandon Johns Jr., though. Up and under with the right hand. He gets that one to go.
Something new we've seen tonight. Them getting right back up the floor in a hurry after a quick basket.
Mike Smith loves to push the tempo. We've seen that from him all night. Doesn't waste any time getting the ball up the court. Brandon Johns Jr. swings it over to Mike Smith. Mike Smith inside to Hunter Dickinson. They're going to call an offensive foul on Hunter Dickinson. That one pretty obvious. Lowered his shoulder and just knocked Blake Huggins right over.
Yeah, I think they're Juwan Howard telling to Hunter Dickinson to kind of just ease it off there a little bit, and when he pushes in there, not to use so much of his body.
That one, obviously an offensive foul. Blake Huggins did lean into it a little bit. Went down pretty hard. Honestly, that's a risky take if you're Blake Huggins there. He already has 4 personal fouls. You don't want to pick up that 5th one on a charge, or on a block, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Suwakis drives hard with the right hand, blows by Mike Smith, but tries to toss the ball out towards number 15. Looks like that one was intended for Zach Gunn. Brandon Johns Jr. tips that one away, though, off the left shoulder.
Yeah, that one might have been an easy steal if Brandon Johns turned around a little bit sooner.
KJ Walton with 20 points here as he inbounds towards Suwakis. Ball State looking for some ball movement here. Can't really get anything going. Suwakis, pocket pass inside towards Huggins. Brandon Johns Jr. going to get called for the shooting foul as he catches him when he's going up. He's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, it was good ball play there by Ball State. Throwing around the rock there.
Going to go to the 4-minute media timeout with 3:50 left to play here. Michigan holding a comfortable 21-point lead, 79-58 here. Both teams with 8 fouls, just 2 short of the double bonus.
Yeah, Michigan on offense is falling asleep a little bit. You know, it's Ball State has definitely picked up their intensity on defense, and at the same time, Michigan's offensive scheme has kind of changed a little bit. It's kind of gone back to feeding the ball inside to a player and backing in, so it's been kind of that simple offense. Interested to see if they'll go back to any more intense offense and some more ball screens.
Michigan with 79 points here. The offensive performance has just been absolutely spectacular. Isaiah Livers with 21 points, Mike Smith with 10, Franz Wagner with 14, Hunter Dickinson, the freshman, adding in 10 of his own, and Shawnee Brown just 1 away from double digits at 9. While all eyes would usually turn towards Isaiah Livers here, obviously he's been leading the way on the offensive end, just looks spectacular. Those pull-up jumpers and that deep 3 early in the first half, he has 21, but Hunter Dickinson has just looked really good on both ends of the floor. 8 defensive rebounds, 3 offensive for a total of 11. The freshman's got himself a double-double at 10.
Yeah, that's something the stats usually don't show, you know, how much of a factor a player's been, but Hunter Dickinson has put up the stats and as been out there creating a lot of havoc on the offense and defense, and especially being able to make a lot of great opportunities for himself.
Dickinson with 1 block on his stat sheet, but what they don't count is just the number of shots that he's just interrupted. He hasn't really tipped them or knocked anything down, but just using that big body near the rim, putting his hands up, you know, those are almost 9 feet in the air. It's hard to really get anything over top of that, and especially hard when that's in your face distracting you.
Yeah, and not to be called for many fouls, that's another key factor as well. Only 2 personals, which were both called here in the later second half.
One of those, of course, an offensive foul on that last charge called on him. In for the Michigan Wolverines as Blake Huggins steps to the line to shoot some free throws. is Mike Smith, Eli Brooks, Brandon Johns Jr., Isaiah Livers, and as we were just talking about him, Hunter Dickinson down low.
Haven't heard much from Brandon Johns Jr. today, and kind of been one of those silent partners today.
Blake Huggins' first free throw rolls around the rim and falls out. He's still scoreless on the night. Set to shoot his second free throw after the shooting foul on Brandon Johns Jr. 2 dribbles, this one up and off the back iron. Brandon Johns Jr. pulls down that rebound. Score still 79-58 here with 3:45 left to play. Eli Brooks swings it over to Brandon Johns Jr. Michigan all the way around the horn now. Mike Smith on the opposite end, right in front of the Michigan bench. Kicks it up top. Isaiah Livers kicks up, back up to Brandon Johns Jr. for 3. That one's going to go off the mark. That's going to hit the rim, just hit the backboard and kind of drop down. KJ Walton now bringing the ball up with some intensity. Ishmael El-Amin, floater with the right hand, not going to go. Eli Brooks pulls that one down.
That was a great job by Eli Brooks. Out rebounding everyone there.
Eli Brooks, really good job of boxing out. Miscommunication from Ball State leaves Eli Brooks wide open for the three-point attempt, but doesn't get it to fall.
Oh, great pass.
What a pass by Isaiah Livers. Yeah, Brandon Johns Jr. catches it inside, dishes up top to Isaiah Livers. He drives hard down the middle, and both Ball State defenders step up, and easy no-look pass to Hunter Dickinson for the jam. He's at 12.
Yeah, it just surprises everyone when you can make a pass like that, no look.
Ball State had the mismatch, didn't take advantage of it, though. Had Suwakis on Hunter Dickinson, and that's going to be a foul call. Blake Huggins spins over the right shoulder to drive baseline. That one's going to be called on Isaiah Livers.
Yeah, Isaiah Livers caught off a little off guard right there, but a great job by Huggins to create a great opportunity for himself to get to the line.
It's going to be Livers' third personal, Michigan's 9th team, so they are just one short of putting Ball State in the double bonus. Sorry. Huggins, another free throw attempt is going to go off the back iron, not going to fall. He's still scoreless. Michigan subbing everybody out here. In for the Wolverines now is going to be Zeb Jackson, Terrence Williams, number 25, Jace Howard, number 0, Adrian Nunez, and number 44, Jaron Falls.
First time we've seen Falls out there.
Huggins finally gets a free throw to drop, and that's going to do it for him. He finishes the night with 1 point and 4 personal fouls. Jace Howard inbounds to Zeb Jackson, who's going to bring the ball up the middle of the court now. Suwakis working right against him. Howard sets a high ball screen and then slips it, pops back out. Zeb Jackson, left to right cross. Pull-up jumper from the elbow, not going to go. Suwakis bringing the ball down the left-hand side of the court. Adrian Nunez guarding him closely. Nice left to right cross from Suwakis, but throws it away. Terrence Williams with the steal there. 2 minutes left to play here. Adrian Nunez drives hard with his right hand and steps back with behind the back. Terrence Williams drives hard with his left hand. He's going to get a foul called. And it is Ben Hendricks. That's going to be his third personal, team's 9th. So Terrence Williams is going to step to the line and shoot a 1-and-1.
Terrence Williams trying to get some of his free throw confidence back. Had a little struggle there on Sunday.
First one for Williams up and off the back iron, not going to go. Jace Howard couldn't pull down that rebound, so Ball State's going to head the other way with it. 81-59 here with just under 2 minutes left to play. Jaron Falls guarding Hendricks closely. Pass inside towards Suwakis. Nunez covering him. Suwakis didn't like what he saw. Brings the ball back out, working one-on-one against Nunez. Michigan just scrambling. Great block by Adrian Nunez. Michigan doing a great job to scramble and recover there. Falls setting a ball screen for Zeb Jackson. Jackson now kicks it back out to Falls, working one-on-one. Up with the right hand, and that one's going to rattle in and go as the Michigan bench goes crazy.
First points of the night.
As Jaron Falls with the nice righty hook right in the middle of the lane. Michigan's lead are now up to 83-59 with 1 minute and 8 seconds left to play here. Adrian Nunez icing a ball screen. That ball kicked out to the corner for Ball State. They're going to miss a 3. That shot attempt was Jalen Wyndham. Zeb Jackson taking his time now. Nice move. Gets to the rack, and he's going to get a foul called on Zach Gunn. What a move by Zeb Jackson. The hesitation, then back to the right to left cross.
Yeah, he has the ability to do that. So anytime you give him a little bit of space, he's going to create some havoc for you to try to do something.
Zeb Jackson's first free throw up off the right side of the rim, not going to go. Zeb Jackson saw some action early in the game. He has 2 points right now. But sat for most of it after that. His second free throw attempt is going to hit every part of the rim and then finally knock down. He's at 3.
Yeah, I going to see more of some Zeb Jackson, trying to see if he can get some development here in the final second here.
Under a minute left to play here. 40 seconds left on the game clock. Michigan up 84-59. This one is pretty much all but wrapped up. Bumbelow pulls up for another 3, though. We've seen that all day from him.
It is truly incredible because Zeb Jackson played some great defense right there.
Yeah, that's an instance of great defense, but just better offense. Zeb Jackson going to work now. Kicks it up top towards Terrence Williams. Williams back into the corner to Zeb Jackson. Hard jab step, pulls up for 3. Going to go off the front of the iron. And under 20 left to play here as the clock clicks down. 10. As Ball State not going out silently,
no.
though, as Jalen Wyndham hits a 3 in the closing seconds. Not going to do much but change the box score. That's going to do it as the clock expires. Michigan with another great win, 84-65 over an arguably very good Ball State Cardinals team.
Oh, absolutely. This team just has a lot of fight in them, and they might not have all the advantages with the talent, but they have some talent that can definitely create some problems for you. So it's been an impressive game, I think, from both sides.
Michigan with a 19-point win, 84-65. The offensive production was just out of this world. Isaiah Livers with 21, Mike Smith with 10, Franz Wagner 14, Hunter Dickinson with 12. That's 4 Wolverines in double digits and a couple right on the cusp.
Yeah, I think you're going to see that a lot this year. Seeing a lot of people, a lot of players in double digits because they definitely feed the ball a lot, and that was the case again today.
That is going to do it, though, for WCBN coverage of Michigan basketball here. My name has been Charlie Brigham. Alongside me, Ryan Buchmann. This is going to do it until Sunday when the Michigan Wolverines play UCF on December 6th at 4 p.m. I will be on that call as well. But we are going to leave you, as we always do, here at WCBN with a good night, and go blue.